slowly about driving when there's someone you can trust. Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us. Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us.
Sitting across from a coin-operated TV chair with 15 channels of gray snow on the screen, the ceiling speaker is blasting horror sounds.
The Sioux City, Sioux Falls, saga, connecting final call to Gate 13, final boarding call.
Violent video games, explosions of chaos, gunfire, electronic screaming, stupid jerk-ass dick selling hot dogs, and all I needed was a cup for some ice water. He said it was 95 cents unless I had a ticket. I show him the ticket, he throws the cup at me. The bathroom smelled like a steaming wall of vitamin-fortified piss. I got a fake smile from Mrs. Matsukawa at the ticket counter. Speakers spewing obscenities again.
Final boarding call for Sioux City, Sioux Falls, by way of Anchorage, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Nova Scotia. You'll be zigzagging across the country, arriving 4 days late, surrounded by 9 ticket-assisted screaming kids. Final boarding call.
Got my suitcase on with no problems. Nobody asked me if my bags have been in my possession the whole time or if I packed them myself like the airport. I could have a suitcase full of heroin, plastic explosives, and human body parts. No one would care or notice.
Please remain inside until bus departure is announced. Visitors not allowed on platform. And this is your third round of last and final boarding calls in a series of final boarding calls to Sioux City, limping along at 10 miles an hour, traveling in no particular direction. With occasional stops at smelly diners, truck stops, rundown terminals, and back on the no-good travel shit rod for non-stop boredom with freak show white trash. Final boarding call.
As I climb on the bus, I'm reminded of Dante's Inferno. Abandon all hope to all those who enter here. Speaking of hope, I'm hoping some pig farmer doesn't try to sit next to me. Put my backpack in the empty space as a non-verbal clue to stay back and keep moving. As we roll out on the highway, it's another public address.
No smoking in the bathrooms, no alcoholic beverages allowed on bus. If you have headphones, make sure it's not as loud as my speaker system or I'll leave you on the side of the road. No masturbating in the aisle or rude behavior. Sit down, shut up, and don't stare at anyone.
Lady next to me has got a sandwich I want to grab and throw at the driver's head, but I'll probably say,
no sandwich throwing and no pestering old women. Final boarding call.
These seats must be designed by blind midgets. Brainless laboratory test midgets with depressed motor skills. Every nerve in my back is pinched and all I have is chump ibuprofen. I try to sleep and I feel like Sisyphus pushing a rock up a goddamn hill only to have it roll back down on my nutsack. It's almost impossible to sleep on the bus. There's like a million different positions you can contort your body into. This guy is in the ostrich head in the sand. I'm in complete denial that I'm on the bus. I have my entire body covered up with a ski cap over my face. First night I tried to sleep, I had 2 seats to myself, was in the fetal position with my legs stretched across the aisle, my feet on the opposite armrest. I cramped up after 5 minutes and switched to the inverted fetal position with my legs under the seat, my head in the aisle. This lasted 1 whole second till I got a kink in the neck. When I switched back to where I was originally, I was struggling for a while, not getting that certain groove, when I realized I'd been kicking this lady right in the head. I don't know how long this went on, but I do know it was at the very least 5 or 10 hard jams with the foot. One time I may have even rested my feet directly on her head and she never moved. Must have been in some kind of deep Greyhound REM sleep. After 4 days, your body will just collapse. The Chevy truck commercial comes to mind, like a rock. That old Bob Seger tune, like a fucking rock with kicks to the head asleep. Dead asleep, drooling, naked, heroin sleep. And I thought maybe I conked her out. It's got to be a weird shift of consciousness. Woken up with a foot to the head, only to be knocked back out again with the next blow. Dreaming of bricks coming down, then everything goes black. Horrible nightmare swoon. As I get off the first terminal, the first thing I see is 2 Jehovah's Witnesses passing out the Awake magazine. How appropriate. I haven't slept all night. Where's the pamphlet Deep Sleep? Your God must be punishing me. And by the way, I've read the Bible. There's nothing in there about riding the bus. All the cartoons in this pamphlet show people smiling and happy. What a cruel thing to pass out at a bus station. These happy witnesses don't have to climb back on. I'd like to see how long their faith holds out on this shit train. Every bus has a backwards flag on the side. Like I don't know why. It's supposed to be like it's a real flag. It's supposed to be flying like that in the wind. But it just seems wrong, like the entire bus is some anti-American anarchy thing. Like they want us to feel like we're on an official military jet or something. Bathroom on the bus smelled like heated urine, boiling on a campfire, fueled by human waste. Worst stink imaginable. Door shut, it still seeps out. And I don't know if you can see, but somebody dumped a styrofoam hamburger box in the blue water hole. I want to reach in, pull it out, show the driver. He'll stop the goddamn bus. We'll sit on the side of the highway till we get a confession.
Final boarding call. What is the styrofoam hamburger box food in the bathroom hole? Who eats food while they take a dump? This is a violation. Is there a turd inside of this? What in the wide world of sports is going on here, people?
These are kind of books people read on the bus. Please kill me. Greyhound is a perpetual source of human tragedy. Suicide? We've all thought of it. But on the bus, nobody has the means. If I had a gun, I'd pawn it and buy a plane ticket, goddammit. Jim Jones used to ride the bus all the time. That's where he got the inspiration for mass suicide. Took a bus from Alaska to Florida, and the idea just popped in his head. Kind and devoted minister before the trip, but after a few hundred miles, he starts wearing dark sunglasses. Now, Greyhound has an ad campaign with these giant posters hanging from the ceiling of the most beautiful people. Never seen anyone on a bus who looks like this. These are models from the Greyhound propaganda machine. It's like a catalog of pretty faces, and we all stare up like they're gods hovering in the Greyhound temple. There's never any scars or bumps on the head. If they had real pictures of real people who ride the bus, it would say, please give to your local charity, or alcoholism is a disease. Where do they get these pictures? Let's string this up to give us all hope. Shiny, happy people you never see anywhere near a bus station. Be with the one you want to be with. You know what? I don't want to be with these people. I don't want to talk to these people. I don't want to sit next to these people. Where are the ad campaign people? This guy's got a half a gallon of milk and a 40-ounce. He pulls out of a plastic sack and sits on the ticket counter. He's mixing milk with beer. Even the security guard didn't want to talk to this guy. Greyhound dog with broken head on wheels. We just got through driving around in circles outside West Memphis. The driver couldn't find the stop. This guy's a complete incompetent. He's also a slow incompetent. We're now going 10 miles an hour. We just passed this trailer 3 times. You cannot know the sheer horror. I'm unable to explain myself right now because of the angry disbelief. I may have to come back to this later. Fuck! Idiot! Fuck! Who let Amelia Earhart's retard brother at the controls? We're lost again. Even the kid with rickets is wondering out loud where the hell we're going. Where are the goddamn comment cards? I want a stack of 500 to pass out to every passenger and their extended families. Where are we? He must be driving by sense of smell. That's why we're going in circles. He's chasing our own toilet breeze. Out in the middle of West Memphis, crawling around at 10 miles an hour like a headless fucking diseased turtle. We had to actually pull over and ask for directions. Never seen anything so funny in my life. Greyhound bus driver stepping out of a bus in full Greyhound uniform, asking a group of people where the Greyhound bus stop is. We finally find it after an hour, drop one person off, roll down the highway, 10 miles an hour, incredible. If there's ever a driver need a vodka bottle upside the head, it's this guy. But right behind the driver's seat, there's the bulletproof plexiglass driver shield. If you want to hit him in the head with a projectile, you gotta lob it over, bounce it off the visor. What I really need is a propane tank. Big steel container of propane gas and a match. A lot of people ask me, hey, what's it like riding the bus? This is the back of the seat. Imagine staring at this for 4 days. Here's another view. We arrive in Little Rock 2.5 hours late. At the gift shop, Greyhound crap everywhere. Greyhound toy miniature bus, Greyhound candles, Greyhound shot glass, Greyhound cups, Greyhound 5-day deodorant pads, Greyhound commemorative plates, Greyhound condoms, Greyhound thermos. Oh yeah, I like a memento, maybe something to remember how we were lost for 2.5 hours. Maybe you got a souvenir map for the driver. You got one of those? Went to McDonald's a block away from the terminal. I think I'm hallucinating. The girl behind the counter had the smallest head on the biggest body I've ever seen. Her brain box was like spinal cord with eyes connected to the torso of giant sea cow. She reminded me of that baby-headed creature growing on that guy's stomach in the movie Total Recall. It was too wrong to take a picture of her. Tried to use the bathroom. Of course, I have to buy some food first, get a token for the pay toilet, take a dump. McDonald's, billion served. You know how many times I've eaten at McDonald's? A lot of those times didn't use the bathroom. I think they owe me a couple free trips to the bathroom. Next time I see a locked bathroom at McDonald's, I'm gonna jam a turd into the vent on the hand dryer. Fill the entire place with heated shit air. Fuck you, Ronald! Of course, outside every McDonald's, you have American flag and you have the McDonald's flag. What the hell is that for? If they invade Kentucky Fried Chicken or something? Back at the station, I asked this guy, sitting behind the counter with the sign that clearly reads, information only at this window. I asked him when the bus to Newark departs. He says, I don't know, I'm just sitting here. You fuck! So I'm the dumbass? Why the hell are you sitting there? I watched 50 people walk up this nutsack, ask information, he still wouldn't move. And that's that fucker right there. Right there. Employee of the month. Another locked bathroom. Access to restrooms, secured at ticket counter. So of course I have to go back to the counter, ask for the key for the bathroom. I get in there and no toilets. All right. Fucked again. Nice little Greyhound bathroom there. Another meal stop. We stopped. A nice place we stopped to eat. Outside Steele, North Dakota, we stopped at this restaurant called the Lone Steer. On the wall, they had these cozy knickknacks. Crutches. Who puts crutches on the wall for decoration? Not the kind of thing you want to look at while you're eating. Yeah, can I get a waitress with scoliosis and a Depend undergarment to wipe off my table? Occult knickknacks. Where the fuck are we going? God damn it! This is is a bad omen. Oh, this is right across the street. I don't know if anyone's been to the Boise, Idaho bus terminal. Right across the street from the Boise, Idaho bus terminal, there's this funeral home with a creepy neon sign like restaurant casino. I don't think death and neon should go hand in hand. Have some respect. Oh, here's a stop. Trading post. Gifts. Rocks. Do you see that? Rocks! I want to buy a rock! This new driver wouldn't shut the hell up on the PA. Wanted to plug his mouth and need duct tape and a tennis ball. He's rambling on and on with the most moronic drivel. He's repeating himself. Yes, I know, it looks like a nice day outside for the third time. I can see out the window myself. I don't want to hear about your favorite movie or the baseball scores. He's babbling a complete memory purge. It's like a flood of useless information about his pointless life and his family tree and trees we passed with acorns. Now it's the weather again, chocolate chip cookies, worms his cat had, the Civil War. Shut the fuck up! Yes, I saw the junkyard. I know those are wrecked cars. I don't want to hear about your punk-ass LeBaron and the broken taillight you smashed or the drunk driving sermon. This is not a talk show. We don't care. I can't think. He's like a word processor hooked up to a microphone at a demonstration on nothing. And every time we stop, it's the same thing. Shitty restaurant, crappy food, live bait, duct tape, and back on the bus. Would you shut the fuck up? On and on with this guy. God. Miles and miles of free entertainment. And the back is twisted in 4 different directions. I'm just gonna leave this slide here just so you get an idea of what it's like to ride the bus. On and on and on and on and... Oh, this is what happens every time you try to get off the bus. It's the old man somewhere up front blocking the aisle. This guy walks like no one's behind him at 1/10 normal human speed. It's like an ice shelf moving across the globe. Wherever we go, we're halfway there. When we stop, it takes the same exact amount of time to get off the bus as it did to get there. Starting to get paranoid thinking this guy was my age when he got on the bus, but he got stuck in line behind another old guy who wouldn't get off or out of the way or move an inch. He's like a reptile with a rotted brain and he thinks it's cold outside, so he's hibernating while he's walking. It's like a dead man walking. Like if a guy was walking to an electric chair without the aid of the executioner pushing him along. We're waiting to move a fucking millimeter. I'm getting old just standing here. It doesn't matter if you scream at his head, he can't hear, he can't even move. I want to push him back down in his seat every time he gets up in front of me. Sorry, Mr. Father Time, I've got to get off here before the sun explodes. Sometime before I piss my pants, smell just like you. Oh, this is the tall guy. There's some freaks that ride the bus. This guy was taller than the goddamn bus. Look at that. And then I thought maybe it was the angle, but I took another goddamn picture, still taller than the bus. Now, some of these small towns, when you fly, you know, you go over all these towns when you're flying, right? You just fly into big cities. You don't see the shit. Some of these people in these towns are so goddamn stupid, they can't even come up with a fucking name for the business. This is just motel. What motel? Motel. Convenience store? How are you supposed to look this up in the yellow pages? Yeah, give me the number for truck repair. Which truck repair? This truck repair. It's 24-hour truck repair. Arts and Craft Supply. No, not Wendy's Arts and Craft Supply. Not, bumfuck Egypt Arts and Craft Supply, This Arts and Craft Supply. This one, it's a restaurant. Yeah, it's a restaurant. This one takes a cake. This guy, he's probably got other fucking letters and he can make his own goddamn sign, but he still put barbershop. It's a fucking barbershop. All right. This really happened, but shit came down so fast I didn't even have time to take a picture. Some guy attacked the bus driver while we're on the highway going 70 miles an hour. Driver somehow got the bus pulled over as he's being punched in the head. Watching a bare-knuckle fist fight in the front of the coach. The passengers have to break him apart. The driver got out his cell phone, called the police. Now sitting on the side of the highway waiting for the long arm of the law. Now, the guy that attacked the driver was wearing a camouflage jacket, looked like he's from Central America, could be Sandinista, out of the blue, gets up, walks to the front, asks the driver to let him off the side of the highway. Driver keeps saying, "I'm sorry, sir, can't let you out in the middle of nowhere. It's against corporate policy." So Che Guevara grabs the driver's hair and starts pounding on his head. The driver snaps like a rubber band. He's like screaming at the top of his lungs. "You just put 47 people's lives in danger. That's attempted murder. And now we're gonna be late." Like, so what? The bus is always late. I've been on this bus 4 days. It's never been on time. So things cool down. They tell Che to get to the back of the bus, waiting for the police, right? So he sits in the seat right behind me, and I give him the revolutionary raised fist. I may not condone the violent overthrow of the Greyhound power cabal, but you can't blame this guy. This man was merely fighting for his basic right to get off the goddamn bus when he felt threatened or repulsed. The bathroom was almost unbearable at the time. We all felt his anger. But no one thought it would go down like this. A couple smacks to the side of the head, and the driver is fully awake. Personally, I would have waited till we got to a terminal. I almost attacked the idiot driver who got lost twice, but maybe this full surprise attack was needed to send a message. And by the way, the North Dakota State Troopers don't fuck around. They climb on the bus, drag him off. He's handcuffed, tossed in a squad car like a common loser. Then get this. The police want everyone on the bus to give up their name, address, and a written narc description, eyewitness account, what happened. They pass out yellow notebook paper. This takes an hour and a half, so I make stuff up. I wrote a story about how the driver started punching him for no reason when he went up front to help a blind girl study the Bible. Fuck the police! Now in Chicago, I've been up for almost, I don't know how long, and I haven't slept for about 4 days. But in Chicago, I saw this Rush Limbaugh wannabe driver at the ticket counter flashing complicated hand signals with a Masonic pinky ring. Now, there's a theory that the Freemasons control everything in a worldwide conspiracy. With all this crap in a plastic bag at the bus station, nothing seems to make sense. Bus station, world conspiracy? I think he was traveling country free with a secret handshake. I saw him at the phone later. He was punching numbers in like a typewriter. Could have been some encrypted code message to a Scottish Rite Lodge. No talking, long series of numbers, lots of sixes. Kept looking over his shoulder. Noticed the ring again. The shiny compass and square of the great architect. An occult brotherhood obsessed with world domination infiltrating our national bus system. This may explain everything from the distorted PA to the blue piss water and why we stop at every backwards poison egg cafe from here to Dixon. I wouldn't be surprised if every driver is part of some secret society. It all seems to make sense. The ancient Egyptians worshipped the dog-headed Anubis long ago, in the days when the sons of God slept with the daughters of men. And the word bus is actually taken from the word Anubis, guard and protector of the deceased. The Egyptian boat of 1,000,000 years was actually a bus. The mythical bus of the afterlife for the pharaoh's journey to the dark star, Sirius, the dog star. Still 4 days no sleep. Next stop, Buffalo, New York. Seems like a nice town. Everything's okay. I'm still awake. There's a swastika in the tiles of the marbled floor of the Buffalo Greyhound station. Someone should call Nuremberg and have this entire place burnt to the ground. The Freemason who's been following me from Chicago's laughing as I stare in horror at the symbol of evil. I want to scream, there's a fucking swastika on the floor of permanent mortar. Does anyone see this? How clear does it have to be? Am I being paranoid? The Nazis invent the bus like they invented the jet engine. When the trains were full, they hauled Jews on Greyhound to the Holocaust. I'm afraid to get back on. Is this our last stop? Are those smokestacks in the distance? Greyhound security comes by and tells me to move along and no more photographs. He tries to take my camera. I salute to the Fuhrer. He clicks his heels and smiles. I gotta protect this film. I had it in my shoe. I'm beginning to feel nauseous. I run to the bathroom to throw up and I see swastikas everywhere. It's all too much. If I could only puke out my own brain. More security personnel ask me in the bathroom about my destination. I snap to attention. I want to lie in the sun with my white wife and offspring. My God, what am I saying? Am I becoming one of them? The Hidden History of Greyhound by James Inman. Carl Eric Wickman, black magician, puppet master, Greyhound founder. Trained by Aleister Crowley. Raised by feral goats. Brought together a group of financiers representing international bankers headquartered in Hibbing, Minnesota, meeting secretly in November 1910 for 2 weeks, during which time they drafted the Greyhound Act, later known as the Wickman Plan. After personally assassinating the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Carl Wickman was then able to launch the First World War, simultaneously financing the Communist Revolution in Russia in 1917 and supporting Adolf Hitler's rise to power in Nazi Germany 1933. All this was accomplished with a network of employees forced into prostitution, which later became his personal bevy of mind-controlled drivers. The Greyhound workforce of today is the offspring of a satanic plot to dominate the world and Wickman's black-hearted desire to impregnate and hypnotize enslaved prostitutes. Go Greyhound. That's my show. You guys have been fun. Thanks a lot. I gotta
go. People across America, from New York to LA, they're going with number one. They're going the Greyhound way.